Hello, all my myths and monsters, all other sorts of lore and legend. Welcome to another stream. I got a special guest with me here today. We got two Gory for me, also just called Gory. Hello, Gory. Good to see you.
Hello. Always fun to be here.
Always good to have you here. Thanks for stopping by. First off, go follow Gory, who not only is my special guest, but also drew this lovely PNG that I use from time to time. Thank you so much for this. It's very beautiful.
I'm so happy you like it.
Yeah. I love how you made my Sona's tail thicker than her ass. that's That's beautiful. But yeah, go follow Gory. Gory, they're amazing. They are talented, very fun artist, very wonderful. Yeah, thanks for showing up, and we're gonna get started. We're gonna review Mark III from Steam Powered Giraffe. Since this is your first album from them, I you've been exposed a little bit considering I shared with you some music, but like besides this, like you didn't know a lot about them, yeah.
Yeah, not really. I think you showed me some of their songs, but
Mm-hmm.
not any of them from this album
Yeah,
specifically.
I might have shown you one from this album, but yeah, it. I definitely did share some songs, and I saw someone using the same Vocaloid program that Hatsune Miku used to recreate some songs, so I shared those with you because I know that you
Yes,
like Vocaloid.
which was super awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess I guess we'll get to. I guess I'll talk about first just a little background behind this album, which is that for those of you who don't know, Steam Powered Giraffe is a musical pantomime act. They're a band. They play robot characters on stage. They have a lore. They have a comic. They do songs. They're awesome. I think that one of the members is so gender. I mean, look at her. She is just total estrogen. But yeah, basically, in between this 2 Cent Show and this album, Mark III, one of the founding members, John Sprague, had uh, disagreements with scheduling, we'll call it. He wouldn't show up to certain practices and other things, and so both him and the rest of the Steam Powered Giraffe crew agreed that they shouldn't be working together professionally, and so he left, and they need another robot. And in comes their friend Samuel Luke, who was the drummer for some of their live shows, and he decided to be upgraded into the robot Hatchworth, the little funky guy with an orange mustache. Uh, let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to find my notes here, but for some reason it doesn't want to. Oh, okay, I'm on the wrong page. That makes sense. See that? Yeah, I'm definitely organized. Very neurotypical person right here. Anyways, but yeah, that's uh, that's that. And the lore reason for the John leaving is that he had to become the mayor of Biscuit and fill out his mayoral duties. And the reason that Hatchworth was added to the band was that in the 30s, that robot had a leaky core active of blue matter, which is very full of radiation. So they put him in a vault until they could fix him, and then they left him there for 70 some odd years.
Wow, it's
Yeah.
a long time to leave someone.
Yep. Some of his later songs like talk about the how like he went mad because of that in some ways. But yeah. Yes, we're all gay. I agree.
Hmm hmm
Hmm. Yes, thank you, Rachel. Um, but yeah, yeah, that's the I guess yeah, that's the lore. That's that. Hatchworth as a robot was replacing the John. He was the new bassist, and he was yeah, he was a nice middle ground. He could be very serious and you know be kind of a straight man, but also could be silly, wacky, unhinged nonsense. So it was a good middle ground between the two other robots who were silly and straight man. So yeah, I thought it was effective. And yeah, I guess without further ado, we're gonna go. I guess we'll talk about this song by song, and also talk about just overall thoughts. I guess overall thoughts is this is, I think, my second favorite Steam Powered Giraffe album. It has a nice mix of electronic and nice pop rocky things. The songs are catchy. The melodies are nice. It's made me cry, and I think that this album does have some duds, which we'll talk about later. But overall, I really liked it, and I don't know. I liked it a lot more than the 2 Cent Show. I'll say that much. Uh, you have any thoughts, Gory?
Yes. I made a whole Google Doc about it. So,
Hmm. Yo, same
uh,
actually, genuinely. Yeah.
great minds think alike.
Yes.
Um, I'll just go ahead and start with my overall thoughts. Get it all
Mm-hmm.
out on the table to reference back to later. Um,
Yes. Yeah, we'll talk about overall thoughts again at the end. But yeah, tell us, what did you think?
okay. I think I had more fun listening to like the first half of the album rather than the second half.
Hmm.
Not necessarily because I didn't like the later half of the songs. I just feel like the second half, like second to lower half of the album, just felt like it went a lot slower than what I initially expected.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let me see. I lost my spot in my paragraph. Where'd it go? But overall, it was still a very entertaining listening. I love like the storytelling and the back and forth like conversations that they would have, or like they'd sing and then they'd sing into a sentence and then the sentence would stop and it'd be
Mm.
interrupted by
Yes.
singing again.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
like and the other thing about the second half of the album, like the slower songs all sounded like really similar too. Um, and I feel like it makes sense because it's like a continuation of the story, kind of.
Mm.
But still
Yeah.
entertaining
Yeah.
and distinguishable enough from like one another.
Yeah.
Um, and then the upbeat songs like had a lot of like oldies rock sound. Like my dad
Yeah.
used to be in a cover band, and like
50s
I
doo wop.
can yes, and I can definitely hear the inspiration, and I liked it because it brought me back to like when I would
Yeah.
listen to his shows.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
like I also like there were parts of songs that made me like I think a lot of the slower songs had hints of like early slower Fallout Boy music. Um
That's an
and
interesting
then
comparison. I never would have thought of that.
there was just like little twinges and that I
Yeah.
heard. I was like that kind of reminds me of like a Fallout Boy
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. You're
No, no,
gonna
no.
say.
You please go ahead.
Oh, okay. Have you ever heard of the comedic musician Haywood Banks?
No, I have not.
He does comedy music, and they're just like all little short original songs. Like he has a song about toast. It's
Hmm.
great.
I
And when he does it live, he like bangs on a toaster with two spoons and stomps on the ground and sings and goes, yes! It's great.
I'm gonna text.
Um,
I'm gonna text you something private. I'm not gonna say this on stream.
okay.
There you go. Anyways, continue.
I see. Train of thought. Yes. So like the way Haywood Banks performs his music, there were a lot of hints, I feel like, if the creators of the or creators, uh
Yeah.
if the group had ever known of Haywood Banks, I feel like maybe they pulled some of the comedic like stuff for inspiration because just like the way that it sounds is very similar to me.
Yeah. This album
Um
came out in 2013, so I don't know how like when Haywood Banks like started getting into their music, but yeah, it is a 2013 album. God, this
oh,
album's over
Haywood Banks
10 years
is old.
old.
Haywood Banks is old. I was listening to him as a
Okay.
child.
Okay, yeah. So possibly could have taken inspiration.
Possibly.
Yeah, I know.
Um
Yeah, yeah.
oh, go ahead.
No, no, no. If you got something to say, go ahead. You'll finish, and then I can say my things.
Oh, I was just gonna continue on my paragraph.
Yeah, go ahead if you want to. Yeah.
Okay. Um, let's see. The vocals on this album were astonishing. Like the main like masculine vocalist who did
The Spine. That's or David Michael Bennett, whatever you want to call him.
yeah, he oh my god, his runs and his like ability to reach specific notes and keep them for so long and like the harmonies
Hmm.
absolutely stunning,
Yeah.
amazing, wonderful, and like these people are so talented.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah. Very much so.
uh,
Yeah. Uh. Yeah. Also, just for other reference, the person who sang "I'll Rest with You" and "Mecdo Amor," her name is Rabbit, that's her stage name, and then the orange mustached robot with the very high voice is Hatchworth.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yes. I definitely could tell when like the female voice was singing, and
Yeah.
her like vocal tones and shifts and the way she pitches her voice and does the harmonies is beautiful.
Yes.
Very talented musician.
Yes. I watched a video essay on Steam Powered Giraffe, and I think they put it perfectly. Like, uh, the Spine has more range, but Rabbit has more talent. Not to say that the Spine is a talentless hack. I think he has a lot of fucking talent, but like,
Yeah.
I think, I think what Rabbit does well, she does like that much better. Like, she gets,
Mhm.
I don't know, she gets to do that stuff much better, and then the Spine's more of a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Yes. Yeah. I was gonna say to respond to some of that. I guess in terms of tone, I can kind of see that with the later half of the album. I guess I didn't realize that. And yeah, now that you're saying that, like, and looking at the songs, yeah, I definitely see it. Um, I think part of it's like, yeah, because I mean, I'm reviewing all these damn albums. The first album that they ever did
Mhm.
was like their first album, and it was a lot slower. The songs were like this could be for like 5 to 6 minutes, and that was more the average as opposed to like a 3 or 4 minute song in other
Yeah.
albums. And they yeah did have a more slower tone. And then in the second one, the 2 Cent Show, they did have a lot more like speedy songs that were more like upbeat and all that stuff. So I think like this album is trying to be like a 50-50 mix of that, which yeah, I can respect it and I like the slower pace. I know it's not for everybody. I do love when they perform songs live and they quicken the pace. That's nice, but I also
Mhm.
I also can enjoy a slow song like I mean, I'll get into it,
Yeah.
but like Wired Wrong, I'll Rust with You, I don't know. Some of that's just very fucking good to me, and I don't know. I think that I think it's like not that so much that the second half is worse than the first. It's more that like the middle is a little rough, which we'll get to. But
Yeah.
yeah, I very much love this album, and yeah, yeah. I don't remember exactly what their influences are. I think the Beatles was definitely one of their influences with some of their songs at least, and yeah, I don't know. I love all these, or at least most of these songs. Again, we'll get into it, but yeah, uh,
Yeah.
I very much like this album, and I guess I'll ask this. I don't know if you took notes on that, but like, how is it this as a first album for you? Since like this is your first time watching a full album all the way through. Like, how was that as like a first experience? And would you go back and perhaps watch other things that they've done?
Yes. I did take notes on that. For
Okay,
an
good.
intro album to new listeners, I can definitely recommend this album.
Mm-hmm,
It was
same.
entertaining all the way through. I mean, like we said, some parts are a little like tougher to get through, but overall, I still feel like even those slower parts enhance the entire album
Mm-hmm.
just for
Yeah.
like the range of it all.
Yes.
Because it's just like there's some songs that you might not like, there's some songs that I don't like, but
Yeah.
there could be perfect songs for other people because everybody's
Yeah.
got their own opinions. But
Yes. Yes.
like
Agreed.
I can tell another thing about them is like I can tell that they were all by the same band. Like they got
Yeah.
experimental in their own way and they made it all sound like their own thing,
Yeah.
which is really
Yeah.
nice. I like when artists are able to make take like a genre of music and create something out of it that is solely by them, and anytime you hear it you can tell it's
Mhm.
them.
Yeah. This was their first time like really delving into the electronic part while still like having, that maintaining like rock poppy like traditional rock part of them, and I think
Yeah.
it shows. This is also again the first album with their new member, and I think that these songs from this album are his best over his run because he stopped being a member in 2016, and he has 3 albums under his belt, and I think that his songs in this one are the best one. Not to say that the other ones are bad, but this
Yeah.
one is a very good first showing. But yeah, uh, I guess should we get into it? Should we go song by song and just talk about our thoughts on them and where we would put them on our ranked list? I have S to D for my list because, in my opinion, no Steam Powered Giraffe song is bad. The worst it gets is mediocre.
Yeah, because that's I went on tier list maker and I made my own tier list because I
Yo,
couldn't find
same.
one.
Yeah, exactly. There's not one
So
with all the fucking songs, and it's like,
yeah, so I just went through and I went in my art program and I made little squares with all the names on them and I just
Yeah,
put them where
that's
I thought I
fair.
should.
I just wholesale took screenshots of all the different like song album art and yeah, I use that. Anyways, yeah, let's do this thing. And the first song is, well, it's not even really a song. It's Curtain Raiser. This is, I'd say this is an okay introduction. It's more of just, again, like an introduction. It's not even a song. It's literally like two characters from the lore of the universe, like breaking the fourth wall and being like, "Oh, you're starting the album. Oh, whoop de doo, start the album. Don't set fire to everything." And yeah,
Just
that's
listen to the music.
yeah. Come on, Bebop, play the thing. Yeah, I mean, as someone who likes the lore, this was very I don't know. It was very nice to see. I liked it for what it is, but also I know objectively it's not a song. It's not really anything. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
I put it in D
yeah,
personally.
same. I put
Not
it
that
in
I didn't
D.
enjoy it,
It's
it's just
no.
not like comparable to the other things.
Yeah, no. I'm not gonna listen to this outside of the album. It's like, man, I really need to listen to Curtain Raiser. That was the best song in this album. Like that's not gonna
That's the
happen.
greatest one.
Yeah, man, I love when Bebop almost set
When they
everything on
talk to each
fire.
other
That
for
that
one
verse was fire, literally. Uh,
oh,
but yeah, it's an opening to the to the to the album, but it's not a song, so there's not much to say. I I mean, Bebop only really shows up in shows, in
yeah,
like live shows, and I think it's like part of the robot like software or something, and
yeah.
yeah, it's silly, but yeah. Anyways, on to the first real song, which is confusingly named Steam Powered Giraffe, so it was a bitch to try to find the album art of this, but whatever. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd say this is a very appropriate first song. I think it's a very nice, I don't know, it's a nice little song, like like that describes not only the mood just through like the instruments and how they're singing, but also like what the band's about. They're all a bunch of robots and they're here to present a show to you. I think it's very appropriate, and I don't know. I think it's a very good first song. And if Curtain Raiser wasn't there, I think that this album would have still been the same, if not better. This is a very appropriate first song.
Yes. I personally put it in B.
Mm.
But I will say I do love how like it starts off with all of them like you can hear everyone's voices
Yeah.
separately and at the same time the way they do harmonies like they're so
Yes.
different that they blend well together.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I also wanted to make note that the way they say giraffe made me laugh.
Steam powered giraffe.
It
Yeah,
was so good.
I agree.
I put giraffe, put it in
Yeah,
bold, and then I put
yeah,
LOL beside.
yes, I I'd put it in B as well. I think this is like a middle B. I think it's a very good start to this, and I this is my personal favorite of like their quote unquote intro songs to like any album. Uh, and like they'll do this song first, like sometimes on their set list for live shows, which I think is a very good way
Makes
to
sense.
set the tone of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's very good, and yeah, like you said, the like they each have their own part, but also harmonies. One thing that was lacking in the first two albums I reviewed, like it was for the most part, like each member got their song and the other ones would back them up, which there's nothing wrong with that, and like I'm
Yeah.
fine with that. But it feels nice when they like it feels collaborative almost, where it's like, okay, you get this part of the song, and then I get this, and then we all come together. It's very nice in that way.
Yeah.
Yes,
And I have to commemorate them on their instrumentals because
yes,
the openings, like the songs with the longer openings, are always bangers.
yes. The
I loved when
instrumentals
it
are
was just
so
like an
good.
instrumental at first, and then all of a sudden it like changed it like the tempo, and then they'd go somewhere else with it, and then they'd
Hmm.
always come back to it in like the chorus or the ending of it.
Yeah,
I love when songs are set up like that.
yeah, and also this song was like a nice blend of again electronic and pop rock. Like it was like a nice blend where it's like, okay, the synths feel welcome instead of like intruding. Like it's to say, hey, like we're gonna experiment with some new stuff, but don't worry, we're still a pop rock band.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. It's a very good song. I recommend listening to it. There's someone else I saw like review a bunch of Steam Powered Giraffe songs, and they used a metric that I'm loosely using, which is lyrics, instruments, repetitiveness, if I'd recommend it to someone, and what makes it unique. And this one scored fairly consistently. I
Yeah.
so yeah, B. I like it. Uh, yeah. Anything else you want to say before we move on to Mecdo Amor?
Not that I can think of.
Alrighty, then we're going to Mecdo Amor. Uh, I think this is their most unique love song that they've made. I think it's very interesting because it's, I don't know, it like it almost doesn't feel like a love song, but it technically is one, and
Yeah.
I don't know, it has that, again, it has that, like, that it's like a little bit more harsh on the synth, but I think in a good way, and it's, I don't know, it's very interesting that it is mostly a song sung by Rabbit, but again, each of the other members still have their own moments. Yeah, the lyrics are very fun. I'm looking at my notes again. Yeah, I'd I'd say that probably the biggest weakness is that it is a little sudden. That there was a little build up to it, but not a lot. So it could be a little jarring for people who have listened to the first two albums and then go to this one. But I think other than
Yeah.
that, it's a great song, and I'd put it at low A personally.
I also put it A. I will say the intro didn't pull me in like I was
Yeah,
hoping it would, but where the intro ends and they start singing and like they get into the actual song of it, I really liked it. This was like my
yeah,
top three. This is the third of my top three. I really like this one. The
yeah,
range again for the main vocalist is amazing.
yeah.
The way they go up and down on the high notes is beautiful. The
Mhm,
chorus is a bop.
yes,
Like I
I
can see
love
it
it.
like play in like like I had like a music video
Yeah,
going on in my head on like the stage. Like I love
yeah.
the theatrics of it.
Yeah, you should listen
Um,
to like you should watch some of their like live performances. It's really good.
I
Like
need
the
to do that.
robotic pantomime is so good. There's a lot of fan videos online you can see. I mean, also their bits are fucking hilarious. Like I told you about
Oh,
them already, some of them, but
yeah.
what there's one improv bit where like one of the members like goes to get the Gigi to the giraffe puppet, and then the other two are left on stage and they just have to vamp, and then and then they make a really sad joke that's like, it's like, yeah, they're acquaintances. They're just kind of work friends. And then the other one says, just like us, friendo. And it just gets really sad and awkward.
Oh,
But yeah, I will also, one thing, there's like a, I wouldn't, the breakdown, quote unquote, of a song. There's like a, or like a middle, like a point like near the end, in between the end of the middle, where it's like it shifts a little bit before going back to normal, quote unquote. And I think that this song does that well, where
yeah.
with projection, alienation, exemption. Now that is the question. Like that part. That part was
Yeah.
really, I don't know. It was very good. Sometimes that part in other songs can be a little intrusive, but I think here it's like a nice change of pace, and it's
Yeah.
welcome.
I agree. I also wanted to add that, like, for all of these songs, all of the singers, their diction is amazing. I can
Mm-hmm.
understand everything that comes out of their mouths, and I love when like people are trying to tell a story and you never miss what they're talking about because you can always understand what they're saying.
Yes, it's
Like for most of these, like I still had the lyrics open because they were on every in the description of every video,
yeah,
but most of
yeah,
the time
yeah,
I didn't even need them.
yeah, yeah. It's nice to read along sometimes. I mean, that's what I do whenever I have a school assignment. That's like, read this chapter from this book. It's like I'm just gonna look up someone else reading it and I'm gonna read along with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I love this song a lot. I think this is their most unique love song. Uh, and also I guess that's a theme in this album, which I didn't even realize till now. It's like it's love and like the different forms that it can take.
Yeah. It this also definitely reminded me like not a Fallout Boy, but there's another alternative rock like early 2000s group that I used to listen to, Fountains of Wayne.
Mm.
Like they did Stacy's Mom,
Ah,
but
okay, yep,
they had a an album that my dad had and I listened to it all the time and the way that the guitar melody sounds exactly like something out of one of their songs and I connected with it really well. I love this song.
yes, I love this song too. It's very good. Very much recommend it. And I don't know. I don't know. I could like imagine like, yeah, I could imagine like a stage performance of this, like kind of like someone going down a catwalk and like pole dancing, and then like, just like like pretend beating up some guys, as part of the choreography.
Yeah,
I could see that. But yeah,
definitely.
go listen to this song. It's very good. That's all I have to really say about it. Is there anything
And
else
that's all I
that?
have to say.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look through my notes quickly. Yeah, lyrics are fun. Yeah, it's a little jarring. But yeah, it's very wonderful for what it does. Anyways, now on to the next song, which is Hatchworth's first song, Hatch Fever, and I think this is a very good like introduction song to his character. I think it's
I
very
didn't even
like
catch that the first time I heard it. I knew that guy's name was Hatchwork, but I did not realize that it was Hatch Beaver.
man, this song's really great. I wonder who it's about. No, but yeah, it's. I think this song's a very good introduction to Hatchworth, like his kind of like strange yet eloquent vibes. It's very whimsical and it's the lyrics are like nonsensical, but they make sense. Like
Hmm.
that's how I feel about this song. It's very good. I think it's his like second most iconic song. I think it's his most iconic because his most iconic song we'll get to later. But yeah, I really like this song. I like again, yeah, like you were saying, the kind of story it tells, where it's like, oh, they get the package and it's Hatchworth, and then he fixes things, and then he accidentally gives people bad advice, so he has to stop them. And and like that's the kind of song I would love to perform, where it's like, yeah, you do all the motions of like they do the motions when they're doing the song, like eat your vitamin soup, like they mime a bowl and a spoon, and it's beautiful. And yeah, I love this song a lot, and like I love that like the intro to it is played by the other robots, and then Hatchworth comes in, and then it's his song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say wonderful runs from the singers.
Yes.
The main singer is like I cannot like
He
give them
has
enough compliments on their
he
voices.
he has a very surprisingly high voice, but I think that fits really well with his like wackiness.
Yes.
Yes. He Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just very well, and I think it shows again like his. I think like where Hatchworth's songs shine the best are lyrically. Like lyrically, they're
Yeah.
very well made. It's like the best kind of controlled chaos, and I don't know. It just works so well, and I don't know. Like again, also this song especially just shows his character. Like he's whimsical, but he also is a little highfalutin sometimes, and he is a little innocent, and it's a beautiful. He's a beautiful character.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Another thing I will add onto like just the vibe of the whole album. I don't know if other albums are like this. I hope they are, but like the endings of the songs, the way they all end and wrap up. I think I like all of the wrap ups for all of the songs except for like maybe one or two of them. Just
Yeah,
they
yeah,
they know how to end a song.
yes, I agree. I think also they know how to like start a song at least a lot of the time. Not all the time, but a lot of the time they know how to like draw you in either with like a nice instrumentation or like a you know like in McDowell, like I love the intro to it, how weird it is, and
Yes.
how like how creepy it is almost, and
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, this song is definitely good intro and has a good outro. And yes, I'd say that like most of their other songs have good intros and outros. If you were to listen to another album after this, I'd probably
Mhm.
say out of all of them, either the 2 Cent Show or 1896. I'd say album one is
Mhm.
probably like a third or fourth album listen. It's very good. I like it a lot, but I know that like objectively it's their first album, so it suffers from like first album syndrome. So
Yeah.
there's that. And yeah, they're as for their fourth and fifth album, those are my least favorite albums out of all of them. But I'd say that album four is a little more similar to this than album five is, because album five. I mean, I'll get to that when I review it, but I think that album has the least amount of identity out of all of the albums. It's still good, it still works,
Mhm.
but it's just it feels like a repeat.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyways, yeah. Hatch Fever, I'd put it at low A. I think it's a very good song. I think it's not perfect. I think that some
Mhm.
things could be better. Like I think like it can be a little hard to recommend, and that it's like it is like another silly song, a bunch of like amongst another bunch of silly songs, but I think that this silliness is unique for how
Yeah.
how well it portrays the character. So yeah, low A for me.
I put it at a C.
Fair enough. There's nothing wrong with that. I think yeah,
Yeah.
it's not for everybody, and that's all right. Uh,
I will say, like, their intros are great, but a couple of them, the intros didn't pull me in. But it, like I
yeah.
said earlier, they changed the tempo of songs, like, after the intro or, like, in the second verse. Like, I wasn't too into it on the first part of the song, but the second verse really reeled me in on it.
Mm-hmm. Uh, yeah. Uh, speaking of a song with a bad intro, this is "A Way Into Your Heart." Uh, but I really do like the song, despite its bad intro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I didn't particularly think the intro was bad. I put the song in a B. I did like the song. I will
yeah
say
I
it's not
like
my
the song a
favorite, but
lot.
I did enjoy it.
Yeah, I like the song a lot too. I think that I think it's better than Hatch Fever.
Mhm.
I I really like it, and again, I think it plays into the the idea of love because when they made the music video to this album, sorry to this song, they like it was like the first thing that showed up was like a thank you text to like all the fans,
Mhm.
and they showed like live footage from like them getting ready for live shows and fan meet and greets and stuff like that, and I think that it shows like a community kind of love, and I think that that's really special. uh I don't know, it's really, I don't know, I think that this is really beautiful, and it just shows like the love of people in general. I think, again, I think it's a very nice upbeat song. I like how it's a variation
Mhm.
on love. It's not romantic, and it's just very positive and also like a little somber. Not a lot, but I think like a little bit of sadness goes a long way. And
Yes.
yeah, I'd I'd put this song in, again, low A, higher than Hatch Fever. I think there are some problems to it, like the intro, and it does stagnate a little bit, where it's like just a little bit too long, and the again, that like section right before the end that's after the middle is like, it like breaks it up a little bit in this song, and I
Mhm.
didn't like that so much, but I think that it works, and I think lyrically this song is very good, and it it does stand out because, again, it's a love song that's not about romance, which is nice because there's so many fucking romance songs, and I love this
Yeah.
band, but they do so fucking many of them.
Yes.
Yes.
I like this song. I love the lyrics in it, and the storytelling was really good, very
Mm-hmm.
vivid, and I also like the emotion shows very well in the vocals. Like the vocal tones of the song were magnificent.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Uh, this is a fun fact about the song. When they performed it live, they would do a thing where they like get a random audience member, and then they say, "Okay, so we're gonna do something fun. We're gonna replace all the we're gonna replace all the times we say you in this song, replace it with your name. What's your name? Beth. Beth. We're gonna replace it with Beth, but we don't say you in this song. Oh, well, we're still gonna perform it." And then they do it anyway, and then just there's just a fan on stage, and she's awkwardly sitting on a chair while robots are dancing next to her.
It's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. It's I think this song is very fun. I think that this song does work well as like a kind of like middle of the pack song, where it's like just sprinkled there in the middle just to add some variation.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's yeah. This isn't a top favorite song of all time, but I really like it. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I like its down to earth vibes, and especially yeah, its ending. Its ending works so well, where everything's just swelling up and the music is nice, and then
Yes.
they like extend the word hard out. Like that one's very good.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely. I agree.
Yes. Any other thoughts you want to say about this song, or shall we move along?
Nope. I think that pretty much sums it up.
All right. And now we're going to talk about my love life after I become a ghost, ghost grinder. No. But yeah, I think this song is really really good. I this is like fun mixed with sinister in a weird way.
Yeah,
I feel like this would be
yeah,
a very good villain song in a movie where like the villain
definitely.
like appears somewhere in like a big crowded venue or something with a trench coat, and then they reveal themselves right when the song starts to swell, and they start fucking things up. Like that's what this song has. And also like the I don't know, it's just it's like not creepy or scary, but it's like slightly spooky as a song, and I like that about
Yeah,
it. And I don't know, I don't know, there's a nice, again, that like that bit before the middle, that bit after the middle before the end. Like I feel like that bit really works well in here, and it calls back to the opening of the song, which is like weird and slow, and I like that, and
yeah,
I just really like this song. I think it's very very good.
I agree. The opening reminds me of like a creepy circus like vibes. I love it. It's like earlier Kikuo sound because he uses like a lot of like circus kind of instrument vibes. I love like the horror, sorrowful, but still like kind of playful tones.
Mm-hmm.
And I like how the song tones change after the opening. It's very pulling. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Plenty of different sounds and mixtures of harmonies, and it's very energetic in its own ways. There's like a slight Western feel to it too.
Yes, it does have Western, I agree.
Yes. And I love the emotions that they're able to convey in the chorus. It's
Mm-hmm.
and it wraps up so nicely with the changing, like the way it changes from one tone to another. Like they mix it very well.
Mm. Yeah. Also this song is like a bit long. It's a little over 5 minutes and almost six, but I think that its length works for it. Like it's a weird long song, and that's why I love it so much. Like it does get a little repetitive, but it does end right before it gets like annoying.
Yeah.
It's like you notice it's repetitive, but you don't care. And I think that's the mark of just a well written and sang song. And yeah, I don't know. I just
Yeah, like it didn't overstay its welcome.
yeah, yeah. There's yeah, there's some songs in album 1 and the 2 Cent Show that do overstay their welcome. And it's like, yeah, the song is 6 minutes, but this doesn't feel like 6 minutes. It feels like 4 minutes 30 seconds.
Yeah,
And
it's like it's fun enough to keep you in the moment and not realize how long it is, really.
yeah, yeah, it's like hooking up with your ex like 5 months after you break up. But no, but like this song's very good. I'd put it at like A personally. I think it's just very fun and funky, and I don't know. It does make me want to get up and dance and move those
Yeah.
bones like I used to know.
And like stomp your foot like you're in a Western bar.
Yeah.
I put it in S. This is my second favorite song of the
Oh,
album.
damn, fair. That's fair enough. I
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to say about this song before we go on to the next one?
Not that I can think of.
Alrighty. Next up is Hatchworth's second song on the album. Please explain.
This was my first favorite. This is an S tier for me. I love
Ah,
this song.
huh. That's very unexpected. Hey, we get to have different lists. That's nice to know. I think that this song is better live. It's a little bit like faster and a little bit more uppity live, but yeah, I think
Mhm.
that on the album it's still good. I really,
Yeah.
I like, again, this is a very good song lyrically. Hatchworth makes amazing songs lyrically, and this is no exception. I don't know, the fun factor definitely does like you know does punch it up a lot, and I love how
Mhm.
each robot gets their own section, and it's all
Yeah.
weird and strange, and they at the end they all call back to their sections and then end it off. It's this song does very good with imagery, which I think is the point, that it's supposed to be a song all about like things that you can't explain and that you just have to accept, and I like it for that.
Yeah. Definitely like the cadence to the lyrics, like the notes that they put the lyrics on, I feel work really well with the instrumental. They have wonderful harmonies as always, and the back and forth between the vocalists and the callbacks to their original parts are masterfully done. I love it.
Yes. I They even have a beatboxing section in here. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. I I think I'd probably put this at like high C, low B for me
Mhm.
personally. I think it is good. It's pretty good. I think that it is like shorter than some of the other songs, but it does
Mhm.
overstay its welcome just a tiny little bit, not a lot. And this is like a little bit of a weird song to like recommend to like newcomers. Like I wouldn't
Yeah.
recommend this as a first song. It's like if you've listened to an album already that isn't this one, then I'd recommend it. But you know,
Mhm.
I'd I'd say that I'd still say that this is a very good song, and it's definitely worth your time listening to it. Uh,
Mhm.
and yeah, that I don't know, just have I think it's just a good time, and this is again my second favorite Hatchworth song off this album. So
Yeah.
yeah, anything else that you would like to add with this? Any other thoughts?
Not that I can think of.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. I guess we'll get on. This is the middle of the pack now. We got "She Said Maybe," which is really influenced by 50s doo-wop love songs, and yeah,
Yes, that definitely came through. I felt like it
mhm.
was like a 50s meets early 2000s type beat.
Yeah, I see that. Damn, I really do see that.
Yeah.
Here's how good this song is, at least for newcomers. I showed this to my mom when I was telling her about this, and she loved it. So yeah,
No.
I think the song is definitely worth recommending to newcomers. It's it's a very quaint and like fun little love song. This is the kind of love song that I like. If someone sang it to me, I would start tearing up. Uh,
Oh.
I I'm a sap, you know this. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, it's very cute. Uh, Also, I realized that we're doing this on Valentine's Day, which and I'm listening to all these love songs. I'm like, damn, I'm single as fuck.
Oh, same. That's why I listened
Yo,
to it yesterday.
fair. You know, I mean, you're talking about it today, so you're remembering.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I really like this song. It's just very cute and nice. It's just a very nice song. You know, this is the kind of song that if your daughter was dating this song, you know, you'd think that your daughter is in good hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. I don't know. I'd say that like its biggest strength and its biggest weakness is that it's a bit simple. And like simple can go well, and I think it does here, but also some points it's like I wish there was a little bit more instrumentation. Not a lot, but just a little bit more.
Yeah. It wraps up really quick, but they wrap it up very well. I feel
Hmm.
like the ending of the song is very satisfying.
Yeah, I agree. I think it definitely does work very well, and it does wrap up nicely. I don't know. This is a nice car ride song. Like you're like you know you and some peeps are going on a big car ride somewhere, and you just pop this in, and you're just going down the
Yeah.
road and chilling. Like that's the kind of vibe for this song, I think.
Like a nice drive over the lake or something.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely very good. And also the break right after the middle I think is welcome, where you know it like the tone changes a little, like the key changes a little bit, but not like a lot, and it's still very much works, and then it goes you know right back to she said a maybe, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's it's nice. And also I find the song really relatable because I like the first person I admitted a crush to was when I was in high school, and
Mhm.
yeah, it didn't go well. Yeah, but yeah, I'd say overall pretty good. I'd put it at B. I think this is like a high B.
Yeah, that's where I put it at a B.
Yeah, B. B said maybe. Anyways, is anything else you want to say about this song, or are you good to go?
I'm good to go.
Perfect, perfect. Okay. This is okay. This is my least favorite of 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 the songs on this album. I mean, minus
I agree.
yeah.
I put this one at a D.
I put this. Yeah, I'm just gonna rank it D. Okay. I'll say this. I've watched like them do this, like like a video of them doing it live, and it's a
Mhm.
little better because it's a comedy, like it's a comedy song. Like this song is all
Yeah,
about the Hatchworth and Rabbit making fun of the Spine and
yeah.
like claiming that he did all this stuff and that he suffers from robot diarrhea and all that stuff.
Diarrhea, yeah.
And I think in a live show setting it works and is really funny because like
Yeah.
you see them like miming all that stuff like with the pie they mime that and you see him mime like no I won't and it's like really big and dramatic and like in the live show they even changed some lyrics like at least in the video I saw, like when Hatchworth sings, "But he is a super spy," and the live show he just responds with "What?" Like I feel like
But
again, it's really funny. It's a comedy act, but I don't think it
yeah,
works as a song. That's its biggest fault. It's just not a song.
it yeah, it feels like definitely it'd be better with like live action like motions and stuff. Like it's
Yeah,
better accompanied with the show.
yeah. I think yeah. And before people say you don't like comedy music, one of my favorite bands is Ninja Sex Party. That's all comedy music, and I feel
Yeah.
like the good mark of a comedy song is that it's a good song first and that it's funny second. If it's not
Mhm.
funny, then like that's a little sad, but if it's still a good song, it's worth a listen.
Then it doesn't matter, yeah.
Like if a comedy song is funny but isn't a good song, then I'm not gonna want to listen to it because it doesn't work as a song. And like if I want to
Yeah.
watch something funny, I'd watch like stand up or an improv show or something. Like I I don't know. I don't like I think that like certain songs like Please Explain or, moments in Hatch Fever, like those are like
Mhm.
silly and like they get you to crack a smile. And I think that's where the quote unquote comedy lies best when it makes you crack a smile and then it's like, but still like in the song and it flows well. This feels like it's constantly interrupting itself.
Yeah. There wasn't the best flow to it. The character work was good, I feel, and like we
Hmm.
said earlier, it would be better with a show, but
It is
and
better with
also
the show.
I didn't really care for how the ending of this one wrapped up. I felt like it was a little unsatisfying.
Yeah, and it goes on for more than 5 minutes, and you feel
Yeah,
every
it's
second
almost
of
6 minutes
this.
long.
Yeah, it's you feel every second of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I will say it is fairly unique that there's no other songs in their compendium with this exact same vibe, so that's something. But that's
Gotcha.
not saying a lot. I think
Yeah.
yeah, this is not a
It's
thing
like
for
that for a reason,
yeah
probably.
yeah I'm gonna yeah I'll say this in one of their later albums, 1896, there's a purposely joke song that they do because they have a Patreon and they sing all the names of their patrons and it doesn't flow well and that's the point because it is like that's like actually a
Need
joke
to.
that flows really well and it's still decently catchy. So
Yeah.
like I don't know, it's like a song I listen to when I listen to that album, but with this
Yeah.
I'd skip it. I don't care enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think objectively the song would be like a low C. That would be fine. Objectively, I think this song is just barely passable.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Uh, let's not dwell on this any longer. I'd like to talk about Roller Skate King because this song is a fucking bop and I love it.
I put the song at D.
I put this song at C. I think it's not amazing. It's not the best thing ever, but I think that
It
this
was
song
groovy and it
is good.
had good vocals, but I was just uninterested in the vibe of it.
I think that is totally fair. That's a fair assessment. Hold on, I need to find a thing. Okay, yeah, I think this is actually yeah, this is yeah slightly less good than Please Explain, but yeah, I like it just because it's I don't know, it's got like something that they did in the previous two albums. Like they'd have like I call them like character story songs, like where it's like they sing a song about a character. Like in album one, it was Captain Albert Alexander, and it was like not exactly a sea shanty, but it was like kind of like an old folksy song, like
Hmm.
describing a hero. And then in Rex Marksley, it was like a ballad of like a Wild West hero, and then this is like like a kind of groovy 60s 70s song about like the roller skate king, and I like that for that. I think this is definitely the least good of out of all of those, but it still works. I don't know, I
Yeah.
like it a lot, and it is very fun. Like this is a very fun song, and I could have again I could imagine this in like a movie where like the main character is like a fun loving but kind of jerky fella, and that
Yeah.
they pop this song on, they put on like Heelys, and then they start fucking with like the bullies or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Like if it was on, I'd dance to it, you know.
yeah, yeah. I think yeah, this isn't one that I re-listen to often, but I'll listen to it occasionally, and I like it. I
Yeah.
think it's good, and yeah, it is. At least it's shorter than Go Spine Go. Like it's more bearable than that one because at least it's like
Yeah.
it's a decent length. It doesn't overstay its welcome.
Yeah, it's a nice 3 minutes and 18 seconds.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like this song. I don't know. There's not a lot to say. Again, it's not like one I listen to a lot, but I do listen to it outside of the album, which is more than Ghost Bind Go can say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I guess we'll move on. This is my favorite song of the album. The next one, "I'll Rust with You." So yeah, I'm just gonna rank this. I'm putting this at S. I love it so fucking much. Uh,
I put it at a C. I felt like it was fairly average for the other songs on the album.
mhm.
But great harmonies, very catchy chorus. I just thought the verses were a little less entertaining.
Mhm.
It has a nice change of tone
Yeah.
compared to the last few songs.
Yeah.
And I think I enjoyed the first half more than the second.
Yeah. That's fair. I think it. I think for some people it can overstay its welcome, and that's a fair criticism. I think. I think that this song is also. Also again, it's like if you don't like 50s doo wop, then like it doesn't work for you. But I love it,
Mhm.
and I'll say this: this is the first Steam Powered Giraffe song I ever listened to. Like I was scrolling Spotify one day, and I was just like, "Fuck it,
Mhm.
what songs do you want to recommend me? I'll
Yeah.
take your word on it." And then they recommended this song, and I was like, oh shit, I need to see if this
Oh
band
shit,
does
I
more
like
stuff
this.
like that. Yeah, exactly. It was very nice. It's very like I think it's a very nice dichotomy. It's super upbeat, it's super swingy, but also its lyrics are super dark and all about like I don't know, dreary atomic bombing, and it's all I don't know, it's all about death, but it's so like portrayed so like upbeat, and again the
Yeah,
kind
very
of break
50s again.
yeah, and again after the breakdown after the middle like is a nice change of pace right before they go back to normal, and it doesn't overstay its welcome. I think it's a very I don't know, it's a very good song, and I like it a lot. It I don't know. I don't know, I just really love this song. I
Mhm.
and also the ending, like I think the ending is creepy, like instead of it like fading away, it just stops and then they go silent, and when they perform the song on stage, like they stop, like their batteries have stopped, and they like just stand still, and I think that it adds to this song's like slightly creepy factor, and I like that about it. Yeah, excuse me.
Do you mind if I run and get a water real quick?
Yes, go get a water.
Okay, I will be right back.
Yep. Anyways, this song goes at S. And if you disagree with me, well, then I respect your opinion, because your opinion matters more than me being quote unquote right. Also, by the way, to anybody that's curious, please go follow Gory on all of their social media escapades. They do a lot of art. They say a lot of gay stuff and a lot of anime stuff. But yeah, genuinely, they're a very awesome human being. Super swell, super nice, funny, kind, charming, very good friend. Gory, if you watch back this stream, thank you for being in my life.
You're welcome.
Fuck. Uh,
I
it's too,
just got back.
too sentimental. Shut it down. Uh,
Shut it down, shut it down.
yeah, but yeah. Uh, but yeah, I love this song. It goes in S. This is my favorite of the album. It got me into Steam Powered Giraffe. It's I don't know. It's just very catchy. It just makes my heart happy.
Is this your favorite song over all of theirs, or do you have a
Uh,
different favorite song?
No, I have a different favorite song overall. I, I my favorite song changes day to day. Right now, I'm gonna say it's fuck, I can't pronounce, like, it's like a song that has two names. I'm just gonna call it by the easy name. It's called the Ya Ya Ya, just
Okay.
YAYAYA.
Uh-huh.
It's from their it's from 1896, which again, very good album. Go listen to it. I I don't know. I think that that's my favorite. That either that or sometimes Earhart becomes my favorite. That's from their second album, where it's like a story of a pilot girl who's part man, part machine, and it has accordion in it, and it tells a cute little story. And again, it's got like kind of like 50s 40s kind of vibes to it in a good way.
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, those two are like possibly my favorite. It depends. It depends day to day. It changes. And I hope that the seventh album that releases sometime, hopefully later this year, will make my new favorite song. But we'll see.
Nice.
Uh, anyways, you're ready to go on to the next song, "Wired Wrong"?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I yeah. This is one of my favorite Spine songs of all time. I think that this is one of the most relatable songs that they've ever put out. The lyrics are gorgeous, they're beautiful, they're relatable. I think that
Mm-hmm.
this song, I don't know, it really speaks to me. I remember when I was still in like doing theater as a major, and like I didn't realize that at the time, but I felt so alone. Like I didn't feel like I had anyone like
Mm-hmm.
local to really vibe with, and that really sucked. And this song kind of gave me comfort in a weird way because it made me feel seen, and I didn't know what the problem was. And I
Mm-hmm.
mean, now looking back, I know, and I have a lot more IRL friends, which I'm really happy about. But yeah, yeah, I very much love this song. It's very beautiful. I think that this simplistic instrumentals work because it's mostly about the singing, and I yeah, I just really like it. I think that it does falter slightly with repetitiveness and instrumentation, but it's like
Mm-hmm.
those are slight critiques. Like this is still one that I listen to so much, and like I've cried to this song openly, and I'm not ashamed to admit that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd put it at this is my highest A.
I put it at a B.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for me, the opening sounded like the ending song for an anime. Um,
Mm-hmm.
which isn't bad. I like that.
Yeah, it definitely
It
does have like anime ending vibes.
Yes, definitely. It's
We're-
very melancholic. The emotions come through very well. In the tone of voice and the ending harmonies, wonderful. And it has a very satisfying wrap up end to it.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I yeah, I'd say that this song, like, it's a very sad song, but it also is hopeful. Like at the end, it says like, we are wired wrong. And it's like, you know, maybe maybe you're fucked up. Maybe you have this or that you feel like you have these
Mhm.
problems that make you alone, but there's other people fighting the same thing that you are. So if anything, you at least have people to relate to, and I feel like that's a kind of hopeful message.
Yeah, it's a very hopeful song.
Yeah, like it starts sad, but then becomes hopeful. Like I found the people that are wired wrong the same way I am, and that makes me
Mhm.
happy. Yeah, I don't know. I just there's not much else to say. I really love this song. I think that this is one of their best sad songs, and like this is definitely in my like top 20 that they've done.
Mhm.
Yeah. Uh, is there anything else you want to say about this, or are we good to move on?
I think I'm good to move on.
All right. And now on to arguably Hatchworth's most famous song, "Fancy Shoes." This is the song that they played when they did like a 2018 show where all the previous robots came back, and this was Hatchworth's one song. So
Mhm.
yeah, and it is like a song that gets referenced in a lot of other songs that he's in, like in "Please Explain," "Meet in My Fancy Shoes." There's there's a lot of reference to it, and this song does have a nice kind of story to it that kind of fits in with the lore, and it implies that Hatchworth was once human, and that he then became robot, and I don't know. It fits in with all the other wackiness of this I don't know, of this band, and I think lyrically and instrumentally it's very good. I think it tells a very nice story, and it does have some very clever lines like you can't teach a pair of shorts how to pants. That's probably my favorite lyric
Yeah, that was a good one.
of this song, and yeah, I think that objectively it's a very good song. Subjectively, I found it to be okay, but not my favorite. Like I think it's a little repetitive, and it's a song that I think does kind of blend in a little bit. Like I could listen to this song and then forget that I listened to it.
Yeah, this one was a little bit of a harder listen for me. Not that I
Yeah.
didn't find it entertaining in some parts, but
Hmm.
for me, I put it at a high D.
I.
I did really like the way they used the guitar in the song.
Hmm.
Um, I feel like their harmonies were good, but they weren't as good as what they've shown they can do in other songs.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. And at least for me, like some of the other songs had like quote unquote talking segments where it felt more like they were talking, but it was like little bits sprinkled into an otherwise song. And this felt like there was a lot of just talking, and I don't mind if there's a bunch of talking at the front of a song and then it becomes a song, like with Mecto Amor.
yeah,
Like I'm fine with that because like that's the intro and then it becomes a song. But like this was
yeah.
like sprinkled in here, like here and there, and that like kind of distracted me a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah, I put it at low C. Like I think this song is fine. I think this song is okay, and it's like if someone else was like having a party and they played this song, like then I'd like tune it out a little bit, but like still enjoy it. Like I don't actively listen to this song. Like not one.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's not one that I'm going to listen again really that often. I
Yeah.
did used to like this song a lot less. I used to I used to find this song in D tier, but like I listened to it a few times, and I think that it's okay. But
Mhm.
yeah, it's not my favorite, not by a long shot. Yeah, I don't know. Any other thoughts you want to share with this song, or are we good to move on?
I think we're good.
All right. You mentioned anime in Wired Wrong, which speaking of, we have the anime intro, Steam Powered Giraffe
Yes.
reprise, or sorry, Steam Powered Giraffe reprise. Uh,
Yes. I was not expecting this when it started.
I
I was like, wait a minute. They're singing in Japanese.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put this at A tier, like high A. I really like this song. It's really good.
I enjoyed it, but I put it at a high C. I did like the very anime opening feel of it.
Yeah,
Um, it could just be because I took Japanese class in high school and I know a bit of Japanese, but their American accents when they were singing kind of bleed through a little bit in the lyrics, but I
yeah,
found that kind of wholesome in a way.
yeah. I think
Like,
yeah. I mean, these guys were. I mean, in the lore, were made by Americans, so yeah, it makes sense for their voice boxes to sound like that. And
yeah,
yeah,
like I feel like it was very short, sweet, and to the point. I
yeah.
enjoyed
It was
listening.
2 minutes, and it did not overstay its welcome one bit.
Not at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say so for in relation to live shows, this is yeah, this is like an in between song, much like in the album, and something will happen where like an EMP will go off, and then the robots will reset, but then they'll be in Japanese mode, and so there's shenanigans with that, and then like one of the offstage people has to be like, ah, they're in Japanese, damn it. Well, you know, I guess we're gonna do the next song in Japanese, fellas. You ready? And then they start singing this song, and I think it's beautiful, and it
That sounds great.
this is like the perfect callback to the opening song because it's like, oh, how can we call back to this? What if we just sing it and make it an anime opening? Like even the fucking
Yeah.
art is a fucking anime screenshot, and I love it.
What if we did it again, but in Japanese?
What if we did it again but made it better?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like this, like I prefer this to the original, if I'm honest, just because of how silly it is. And yeah, I don't know. I love it. It's so stupid and is a very good prelude song. The one problem with it, I guess I'd have, is that it's a little weird to recommend, and
Mhm.
also that it creates the biggest mood whiplash I've ever fucking seen in my life. But
Yes, it does.
yeah. Which, speaking of, do you want to talk about "Turn Back the Clock"? Cause oh my god, uh,
Yeah.
oh Jesus Christ, I did not cry listening to this song, but like it does make me want to cry. I think this song is very sad, and again, it plays into the themes of love in this album, where this is
Yeah.
just like, I guess, general platonic love for someone, and like even the album art, Jesus Christ, it's so fucking sad, and you really feel for Rabbit, like she had this friend back in like the 1900s, and yeah, and then she grew up and she died because that's just what humans do. Like
Hmm.
people just grow up and it just happens, and yeah, it's very sad. I think that it does kind of overindulge a little bit too much into sadness, if that makes sense, but
Hmm.
I think this still works very well. I'd say that this is like uh let's see. I'd put this at like B. Hold on. Yeah. I put it
Yeah.
here-ish.
I put it a C. But
Mm.
I feel like it was a good album closer, like close
Mhm.
to the end. Um, I felt like it was like you could put it in a movie. It could play in a movie really well. Um,
Yes.
Good backing vocals, runs as usual. I didn't feel like it overstayed its welcome. I feel like the timing on it was really good.
Yeah. I think I think it did not overstay its welcome. I think it was very good. The Yeah, I think if you need something to cry to, I'd recommend this song. It's
Mhm.
very sad, and I mean, like this is a band about robots, but this song really, I guess, speaks to the human experience of how like we have limited time and you gotta make the most of it with the people that you love.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. I I think yeah, this definitely was a very good closer. It was nice to have a song that was like very sad, even though there was an anime opening before it. But
Yeah.
yeah,
The
I
biggest whip.
yes, fucking huge amount of whiplash. I Yeah, it was very weird. Like I I remember like thinking like, yep, this is gonna be weird. This is gonna
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, I I like it. I'd put it at B. It's not my favorite sad song that they've ever done. I think that Rabbit
Mhm.
has done better sad songs, and the band has done better sad songs in general. But this is a nice closing one to do it
Mhm.
too. Yeah, I don't know. Do you have any other thoughts on this, or are we good to talk about Bleak Horizon?
I think we're good to move on.
All right, Bleak Horizon. I'd also put it at B. I think this is a nice. I mean, it's only really 1 or 2 minutes of song, and then it like becomes mostly just beeping sounds. But yeah, this is the kind of, I guess, is a good bookend.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's very weird hearing a child voice like after just hearing all these robots
Yeah, that
singing.
was kind of jarring.
Yeah, I mean the album art for Steam Powered Giraffe, that song, like it shows like a bunch of robots entering some random kid's room, and then I guess this was like them playing a song to him, and then they have to
Mhm.
go. So I guess in that way it's kind of a story, but yeah, I think it's a good like ending, and it also does tease the next album with the line "See you next time in space."
Yes.
Yes.
I felt like it called back, like it sounded really similar to the previous slower songs in the album, so the like consistency was good.
Mm-hmm.
I put it at D just because I personally
Same.
just saw it as like a quick outro song.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree. I think B is a good placement, and also it calls back to Steam Powered Giraffe, and it uses the same instrumentation of Turn Back the Clock, so it felt smooth. It didn't feel like a jarring like next step.
I agree.
Yes. But yeah, that's where it ends off. All 16 songs ranked. I'm going to take a screenshot of this so that I can, I guess, share it in case you want to compare notes. Let's see. Do 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 do. Come on, where are you? There you are. Yep, there you go. That's my personal tier list.
I'll send you a picture of the one I have.
Yeah, you can just screenshot it, share it, and then I'll share on my Twitch, and then everyone can see what you thought of steam powered giraffe. Yeah. All right. All right. I'm going to show that to image. Let's see. Image. Gory. Okay. And browse and all right, that's Gory's list in case anybody wants to read it yet. Please explain Ghost Grinder, Mector more. She said maybe a way into your heart. Wired wrong. Steam Powered Giraffe. Steam Powered Giraffe reprise. I'll rest with you. Hatch Fever. Turn back the clock. Roller Skate King. Fancy Shoes. Ghost Spine Go. Bleak Horizon. Curtain Raiser. Yep. Also, hello Mer. Good to see you. But yeah, that's our two little lists shared. And this is the thing that I do on my on these, which is we make a combined tier list and we have to agree on it. So let's have some fun. You ready for this?
Okay.
All right. I think we can. Okay. Yeah. Ghost Spine Go. Curtain Raiser. That can be in D tier. We both agree with that.
Mhm.
I'm willing to put Fancy
Thanks,
Shoes
thanks. Oop.
into D tier just because I don't care about it that much. So I'm willing
Mhm.
to compromise on that. Uh, let's see, and then yeah, uh, Bleak Horizon I could put as a C, like low C, because I still think it's better than the rest of these, at least for me. I'd be willing to put
Mhm.
it like low C. Does that work with you?
Yeah.
Okay, and then uh, yeah, Roller Skate King. That can stay at low C because that's not going anywhere. I I I could put please explain as like a joint combined thing with a different song if you'd be I don't know if you'd be willing to indulge me on that.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's see if you'd be willing to let me keep my I'll rust with you in S.
Yes.
All right, okay. Let's see. Yeah, steam powered giraffe. I can put that at the end of B. I don't like. I like it, but I don't care a lot about it. Could I say wired wrong at top of B or back of A?
We can do back of A. I'm okay
Okay,
with
okay, okay. I just really like it a lot.
that.
Let's see. A way into your heart. Yeah, I could put a way into your heart at like top of B. Like that's fine
Mhm.
with me. Yeah, and then yeah, she said maybe can go to the top of B. That's fine with me.
Okay.
Yeah, and then oh yeah, now to turn. Okay, Hatch Fever. I don't. I like Hatch Fever, but I also know that like I don't care enough about it. Like I'll could I like put it at back of B?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Let's see what else. Yeah. Uh, I could move Ghost Grinder to top of A. I feel like that would be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Works for me.
Yep. Okay. And then can we put the anime opening at like top of B? It's just really stupid and I love it.
Yes. Yes, we
Okay.
can.
Okay. And then let's see. Where'd you put? Yeah, Mecto Amoride. We're keeping that. That's for sure. And then Wired Wrong. Yeah. Yeah. Back of B. We agreed to that. Okay. So that's our combined tier list. Let's see. Let me screenshot that for you. And then All right, this is our combined tier list. This is our thoughts. Okay, combined, and there we go. And now I'm going to rank, since I have been listening to all these goddamn albums, uh, what I, what I believe the album rankings are, because I did take this from an album ranking thing.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. I guess in terms of just general music tastes, where would you put album 3 in terms of an S through D ranking? Sorry, Mark 3.
Um, I'd give it a solid B.
Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would put it at top of A. I think it's not perfect, but I
Mhm,
really like it. I like it more than uh, album 1 in the 2 Cent Show, and
mhm,
it does have its faults certainly. And I think that there was there's some songs that really bring it down, like Go Spine Go and
mhm.
Fancy Shoes, but otherwise I still really like this album a lot, and it has some of my favorites like I'll Rest With You, Wired Wrong, The
Mhm.
Reprise, Mecto Amore. Like those ones are so fucking good. Yeah, but yeah, that's that's my ranking so far. Tune in next time, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary creatures of all shapes and sizes. And I'll do the Vice Quadrant next week with my friend Spoon. But for right now, we have a stream to close out and someone to raid. So since you're my special guest this week, Gory, is there anyone that in particular you would like me to raid?
I haven't been on Twitch much at all, so I have no idea.
That's fair. That's fair. Just thought I'd ask. I can find someone that is definitely rateable. Let's see. Where the heck are all my friends, and why aren't they streaming?
Where are all the besties?
Where are all the besties? They're off doing gay shit, which I guess it makes sense. It's Valentine's, but damn.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I didn't. Uh, let's see. I sent the gayest things I did today was send a cuddle buddy like a cute little platonic love letter, and then made art for one of my friends. So yeah, that's what I did with my Valentine's Day, and I went to the dentist. There's that too.
The gayest thing I did today was watch Fruits Basket.
Of course you did, you fucking anime weeb. Okay. You know what? I'm going to raid my friend Glass Turf because he's a very awesome dude and he's my token straight friend. So,
The
oh,
straight
oops.
homie.
Yes. Uh, he respects all the genders and he's only into women, and that's fair. All right, we're gonna raid Glass Turf, everybody. Glass Turf is playing Super Mario World. Uh, So yeah, if you'd like to follow me on any of my social medias, you can do so here. If you'd like to follow my special guest and artist for my PNG, the stream, you can follow Gory right there. Uh, Gory makes a lot of art and has some of the best art I've ever seen. Speaking of art friends, you can just follow my art friends in general if you'd like. People have made
Thank you.
me
Thank you.
profile pictures and other things, and yeah, go follow Fractured Fairy Tales as well, my VTubing group. Uh,
Yeah.
Goodbye, my myths and monsters, all the sorts of lore legend. Thank you, Gory, for showing up. Anything you want to say before we head out?
Um. Have a great day.
Yeah,
Stay gay.
indeed. Y'all have a good one, everybody. Stay for the raid. We're gonna go raid Glass.